Jalen, it seems like the first 3 picks, we don't particularly know the order, but there's been a lot of reports that it's going to go Paolo, Chet, and then, of course, Jabari. I would guess Ivy maybe next, Sacramento. And then that leaves the Pistons with some decision-making to do at number 5, because there's a handful of prospects that they could potentially pick at 5. What do you think they should do?
I actually like this position for the Pistons.
A lot of flexibility.
Yeah, because like when you have a number 1 pick like when we had with Cade, like you got to make sure you get it right. And under the circumstances, like in our situation, we did get that pick right.
He had a great year.
So now Cade is a franchise player. He's proven to me, he's proven to us that he can be that. So now you got to think about what's going to maximize his potential, right? So is it either going to be somebody that gets him shots, which you hope Killian would do because you also took him as a lottery pick. He showed some flashes last year, but he still got to take clear leaps based on where he got picked. Or do you draft somebody that's going to be a bucket?
I think the latter.
You know what I mean?
You want the ball in Cade's hand.
Right. So somebody that's going to be a bucket that he can now feed. And so Ivy is a guy that's going to be ball dominant, but he's a scorer, right? And they would be dynamic going up and down the floor. But when you really look at the top 5 and who's projecting, when they talk about Murray, like we could use some scoring up front depending on what's going to happen with Jeremy Grant.
Yep.
You don't know what's going to happen with this situation. But don't sleep on the kid from Arizona.
Mathurin.
Yeah, don't sleep on the kid from Arizona.
He can shoot. And if you think about this, you have Cade and you have Bey and Mathurin. You've got 2 real shooters around Cade, not just one like a lot of other rosters have. But also Keegan Murray is a great fit because, as you mentioned, I don't think Jeremy Grant is going to be there in 2-3 years, right? Maybe not even there at the end of this year.
No, correct.
So you do need to build for the future up front outside of beats.
Great options. Great options.
That's the thing. That's what this is kind of one of the funnest picks because I expect Ivy to go at 4, but this one there's a handful of players that you would make perfect sense with.
But also like, are you betting on potential? Are you betting on somebody that you think is the most ready right now? Again, you always have to figure playing alongside your best players, and I appreciate us adding Marvin Bagley too. I think he's going to be a player that's not discussed enough. That's going to continue to ascend in the Eastern Conference also. So I'm excited about the 5th pick, and I'm happy to be at the draft to go represent.
You could see the mysterious Shaedon Sharpe go there too. Didn't play last year for Kentucky.
Yeah.
Had a great high school career.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.